If you're watching this channel for the first time, it's your boy Mr. Ghana, baby. Don't forget to support this brother, MD90, not MD60. So you know what? Subscribe and be part of this family. It's all about Africa to the world. Support Zambian YouTubers.
My name is MD90 and I'm behind the scenes with Hello World from whichever time zone you're catching me from. My name is MD90 and I'm behind the scenes with
Wada Maya. You know, can I add this one? I am Maya.
you just have to the signature sound.
Yes.
And
Tenjire comedy from South Africa.
Alright, so this is an African collab. South Africa, Zambia, Ghana, Africa to the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, the Ghanaian president was in Zambia for the past couple of days. That's 3 days, from the 4th to the 6th of February 2026. And it's been trending. Most of the interaction has been very fruitful, and obviously some banter that has come out of the fashion sense from the Ghanaian counterpart. So these are some of the images from the airport as President Hakainde Hichilema was interacting with the Ghanaian president, and then obviously the first lady is obviously developed some sort of friendship that people are saying no. Zambian first lady maybe has developed a more deeper relationship with the Ghanaian first lady there. But obviously, Wadebaya could not let it slide, so he put up this post. And the first person that I saw bringing up this issue was him. In as much as he says the Zambians were mocking the Ghanaians over the fashion sense of their president, that traditional outfit that the Ghanaian president was wearing as he came into Zambia obviously caught the people's attention. A number of Zambians are very aware of it. Maybe the name is what they are not aware of, but obviously Wademaya was quick to bring it up. So he says, "Dear Zambians, the outfit worn by our president is not a blouse." That's a lady's outfit, as you may be aware, a blouse. It's not a blouse. It's a Ghanaian traditional attire known as a fugu. Also called Batakari or whatever. Yeah, I think Batakari. Our president is internationally promoting local garment industry, both within and beyond our borders. Unlike your president, that's Hakainde Hichilema, whose suit is not African. It's unfortunate that many of you, despite having access to smartphones and the internet, still choose to remain ignorant. It's time for us to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. So obviously that statement caused an uproar, because prior to this, I did not see this news anywhere else until I saw it from Wademaya. But I could tell what he was trying to do. He's not a big YouTuber for no reason. He was very much aware of where you instigate public conversation, and it did work. Everyone clicked on that, say clickbait. Everyone beat that, or rage bait, they call it. Everyone got on the bandwagon. A number of celebrities from Ghana, a number of celebrities from Zambia, politicians, and from the like. And a lot of online banter ensued from that interaction when he put up that. But I remember when Wademaya was in Zambia, that's in 2019, he got deported, and that because he had a number of items that he wanted to do in Zambia, but anyway, his days in Zambia ran out, and obviously he had to get deported from that. So, but as things stand, Zambia and Ghanaians can travel between the two countries. That's without visas. Quite honestly, it's long overdue. For a long period of time, we've had a very warm relationship between the two countries. In fact, in Zambia, there is even a university called Kwame Nkrumah University, if not college, if I'm not mistaken, it should be in Kabwe. Obviously, that goes to show how deep our relationship has been, even prior to the current government. That's through our founding fathers. That's Kenneth Kaunda, and obviously Ghanaians, Kwame Nkrumah. There, so we still maintained visas between the two countries. Zambia needed a visa to go to Ghana, and the Ghanaian needed a visa to come to Zambia. But as of this interaction of the recent visit of the Ghanaian president, that is out of the picture, and obviously a number of Zambians want to travel to Ghana, and vice versa. A number of Ghanaians want to come over to Zambia, and which is very commendable on the two presidents that have just decided to cut this barricade that has existed between the two sister nation, because we have a lot of stuff in common between the two countries, politically, culturally, and a number of values. Like even the temperament, Ghanaians are known to be very chilled. Same thing with Zambians. That's one thing. But this fashion just goes back as far as Kwame Nkrumah. So you see that item that is wearing. I forgot what it is, the name. I'm sure I'm going to read it as we go in the podcast. That's Kwame Nkrumah. Ghanaian should be the first president. There, that attire is wearing. He shared it with Zambia's first vice president. That's Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe. So that history is quite understandable between the two countries. So the daughter of Zambia's ex-vice president discusses the gift Kwame Nkrumah gave her father. That's Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe. That was Zambia's vice president at the time. And the gift that he gave to her, the gift that Kwame Nkrumah gave to Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe is the same gift that Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe shared with Zambia's first president, Kenneth Kaunda. So she says, over the years, for instance, the daughter of Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe, who once served as Zambia's vice president, shared how Kwame Nkrumah and her late father, Kwame Nkrumah gifted her late father a kente cloth from Ghana. So that cloth that is wrapped by the shoulders is called a kente. I'm pretty sure my Ghanaian brothers are going to correct me there if the pronunciation is not correct. That's a kente cloth. According to Mlenga Kapwepo, the cloth was cut in half and one piece was gifted to a founding father of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. So you get to see this is the cloth that is being referred to. This is Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe, Zambia's vice president. So that cloth that is they call a kente in Ghana was gifted to Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe by Kwame Nkrumah, who also, once receiving it, he cut it in half and gave half of it to Zambia's founding president, that's Kenneth Kaunda. So you get to see that how far our history between the two nations go. So I do not even see why we're still having visas between the two countries. But it's better late than never. It's been sorted. So quite honestly, more Zambians would be more inclined to this particular traditional Ghanaian outfit, the kente, as opposed to the fugu. That one is a little bit, it's an acquired taste. So I see more Zambians maybe rocking this version of the fashion sense, as opposed to the fugu, which that one is an acquired taste. I don't see that one sticking in Zambia. That's an exclusive to the Ghanaian community, but obviously online it was all gist and banter. Obviously, that's the Ghanaian First Lady on the left, and obviously Zambia's First Lady Mutinta Ichidema on the right, and the president's in the backdrop there in that picture. The interaction over the past 3 days as the presidents from Zambia and Ghana are interacting and the First Ladies was very cordial. A number of things have been taken off. But obviously, as the youths, were just having gist online. But one thing, then the president, after the president of Ghana had left, President Hakainde Hichilema asked, so there's this thing that our Zambian president does, like when he's attending to national issues and busy with something, and obviously there's a sideline online, like a conversation, he comes and asks to say, hey, because the people that report to him, the last ones, like, in a typical household, when the father comes back, the last ones are the ones who report whatever was happening in the house. So he asked that question quite often. So he asked to say, he was aware that there was some gist that was going there, some banter between Ghana and Zambia over, obviously, the Fugu outfit that the Ghanaian president rocked. So he asked to say, my last ones, what's going on, Bali? And then he tags the Ghanaian flag and the Zambian flag. Obviously, everyone was aware. And Wademaya was quite quick to respond. He says, Your Excellency, we were quite reminding our own business, enjoying peace and stability in Ghana until your last borns, referring to the Zambians, suddenly woke up and decided to call our president's traditional attire a blouse. So obviously, the Zambians are calling Wademaya as Ghana's last born. In as much as we've got our own versions of the last borns in Zambia, and Ghana's last born has been pegged as Wademaya there to say he's the one who brought up the conversation, and now obviously reporting back to the Zambian president to say, hey, this just And obviously, it's just all jokes and fun. And the Zambians on the other side, they were saying, we respectfully request permission to change the Ghanaian president's name from Hama to Malama. So if you know Mahama, that's the Ghanaian president's name. But in Zambia, we've got a name, a member name called Malama. So instead of having an H there, the people Zambians are saying put an L there. Obviously, it's just gist and banter. As you can catch the drift, it's just all fun and games, pretty much. Like it seems like the Ghanaians also have a great sense of humor as Zambians because they took it so lightly. Obviously, a number of Zambian celebrities started creating AI images of the Fugu outfit there. And then obviously Ghanaians were requesting Mademaya as he comes back to Zambia to say obviously he plans to come back to Zambia, considering he does not need a visa now. He can come and do his tour properly as opposed to where you had limited days. So he says, thank you, that's Mademaya. Thank you, Zambians. Thank you, Ghanaians. Obviously, we are cousins and whatever. But one thing the Ghanaians should be aware of, Zambians, traditionally, we've got what we call a traditional cousinship between the tribes, where we banter and make jokes of each other. So I hope the Ghanaians can really take a joke, because if they cannot, they'll be taken to the doldrums. Because even this conversation initially started off as if it was serious beef, but obviously later on it became like banter and jokes. Obviously, politicians were making jokes of each other, and celebrities from Zambian side and Ghanaian side. It eventually turned into a joke. So it seems like they can take a joke. It might end up just being that. And then he says, some of the people that are requesting him to buy them tickets to come to Zambia says, why are boys asking me for plane tickets to Zambia? Check online. He asks, you say, no, go on and buy your own tickets to Zambia. Why do you want me to buy you tickets to fly to Zambia now that you know that there's no visa that is required? You would rather girls ask him to for that, but there's likely to be that exchange. For this visa thing was a serious barricade between the two nations. So expect more visitors, Zambians from Ghana, and obviously Zambians visiting Ghana eventually. And obviously, Ghanaian celebrity also says, Brother Wademaya, kindly tell our Zambian friends to check out the Ghana radio today. They might hear your maps or Mark 2 on the playlist. Love to all Zambians. Proudly rocking my made in Ghana pretty much outfit there. One of those things. Obviously, you can see it and send you into pretty much banter. This is another AI image that was created of JK, a Zambian celebrity, rocking that Ghanaian outfit. Quite honestly, I don't see this sticking in Zambia. But that version of what Kwame Nkrumah gave to Simon Masakapwepe, is it the Kante? That one can definitely stick in Zambia. This one, the Fugu, but this one might not stick. Obviously, what the Maya double down. It's been an online conversation that as Lusaka there, the Zambian capital city, says this photo of mine is really suffered in the hands of Zambians. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's an AI image or so, pretty much. And then obviously, Zambia Revenue Authority declares the Fugu imported from Ghana for personal use, tax and duty free. Obviously, yeah, pretty much cultural exchange is likely to increase between the two nations as a result of that. That was the time President Hakainde Hichilema was seen off Ghana's president after a 3-day visit, going back to Ghana after trading in Zambia over the Fugu. It's serving its purpose, definitely. Play a leading role. Hakainde Hichilema employs private sector in Zambia and Ghana. So obviously the bilateral relations between the two nations are likely to deepen, and pretty much Hakainde Hichilema was calling to say, private sector, make use of this, do business in Ghana, and Ghanaians do business in Zambia. And so pretty much that was the state banquet that was hosted on behalf of the Ghanaian president. He was very active while he was in Zambia. Met up with Ghanaians in Zambia. They discovered that there were more Ghanaians living in Zambia as opposed to what has been reported by the embassy, because the embassy, I think, had almost half. And then when they decided to call no Ghanaians to go and meet the president of Ghana, it turned out the number almost doubled, if not tripled, from what the official list the Ghanaian embassy has in Zambia. So now that there are no visas, expect that number to increase. And pretty much The online banter continues. Ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day.
Thought you were that one who keeps on changing locations.
Oh,
Yes.
I know. I was supposed to sign for it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've received an interesting gift. I'm sure those that know what that is. Yo, those that don't, but I'm pretty sure you'll find out soon.
Everybody loves content creators until it's somebody that they know. And I'm going to tell you exactly why people in your life can't support you. I want you to kind of take this video as motivation to keep going if you're first starting out on social media. Your biggest fan is going to be a complete stranger, and your biggest hater is going to be someone who's known you your entire life. Nothing reveals true friends faster than putting yourself out there. When you start putting yourself out there, it's going to make some people feel uncomfortable, because what you're doing is you're showing a level of confidence that for some people they know they don't possess. People judge because